After last year's slow sales of the Galaxy S9, Samsung was eager to come back strong, and a month after the launch, it's time to take a look at how well it has done this with the new Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus. Hello friends, Vic with PhoneArena here, and the Galaxy S10 and the S9 look and feel different from the start. The newer model is lighter and more pleasing to hold. The harsh edges that make the S9 a bit unpleasant to handle are gone. Instead, we get a slim and light device that packs a lot of hardware in a slimmer package. The bezels have gone slimmer, making the phone feel more compact, and that difference is especially noticeable when you compare the non-Plus models. The rest of the differences boil down to the fingerprint and cameras. The capacitive fingerprint scanners at the back of the S9 have been substituted for an in-display ultrasonic solution on the S10 series, which is definitely cool looking, but is far from perfect in terms of accuracy, and we find the older traditional fingerprint reader on the S9 more reliable. In terms of performance power, you get the Snapdragon 855 on the S10, while the S9 features the older Snapdragon 845 chip. Now that's a boost in performance, but the truth is that both the S10 and the S9 feel fast, and it's hard to notice any significant differences in regular, real-life usage like social media browsing. Gamers and other power users, however, will appreciate the newer silicon on the S10. We continue counting the differences by looking at the back, where you now have a third camera on the S10, an ultra-wide one that's fun to use. But in terms of the main two cameras, the image quality you can expect on the S10, well, it's largely identical to that of last year's Galaxy S9 series. As far as details and colors are concerned, the two phone generations are comparable, and the very subtle differences here and there can be safely ignored. Image quality hasn't skyrocketed, but HDR is improved, and the color science is a bit more spot on the Galaxy S10 Plus. One difference worth mentioning is in the live focus mode. The S9 uses the telephoto lens to shoot portraits, while the S10 instead uses the main camera. This is where newer is not necessarily better, as people's faces look better proportioned on a telephoto camera. Both the S9 and the S10 shoot excellent 4K video at up to 60 frames per second. Details are plentiful, exposure, colors, and stabilization are all great on both series. On the S10 though, the third camera, the ultra-wide one, opens a new range of possibilities for creative video shooting. The S10 series has one exclusive feature that we need to mention, the new super steady stabilization mode. It's excellent and helps create extremely smooth videos. It also uses the ultra-wide angle camera, just in case you wondered. Currently, both the Galaxy S10 and Galaxy S9 series are running Android 9 Pie with the new One UI skin on top. For the most part, the interface is very similar on the two, with a few subtle differences. Samsung certainly deserves credit for the new One UI interface, as it really shines on the larger Galaxies. We particularly appreciate little touches like bringing some controls to the bottom of the screen for easier reach. So the final question, should Galaxy S9 users upgrade to the Galaxy S10? Well, yes and no. While the Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus both feel like excellent follow-ups to the Galaxy S9 series, once you draw the line, you will find out that the differences and improvements are actually not that many, and are mostly marginal. The S10 looks more modern with its thinner bezels, more powerful chip, more onboard storage, and a few camera improvements, but it's also significantly more expensive. So S9 owners who are not in a hurry might just wait it out until the new S11 comes to town. Unless you have money to burn, of course, then you can get the newer one. And if you have some love to give, you can do this by clicking on the thumbs up button to this video, by subscribing to our channel, and by dropping a comment with your thoughts about these phones. You should also know that my colleague Peter worked on this comparison. He has a lot more photos, tests, and thoughts about these phones, and you can see them at our webpage at www.phonearena.com. My name is Vic, thanks for being with us, and I'll talk to you in the next one.